Welcome to the Family Brand Show. We're Chris and Melissa Smith of FamilyBrand.com, husband and wife, parents of 5, and we want to help you take back your family and to live life on your terms.
And we know being a family can feel really overwhelming. Parents tell us they feel like they're being pulled in a million different directions. It's so challenging to navigate the uncertainty and all the chaos that's happening in the world right now.
And that's why we want to bring you every single week actionable tips and strategies that you can implement in your daily life to become a better parent, to become a better spouse, and to build a stronger family. And look, there's never been a better time and a more important time than right now to take back your family. You can define what your family stands for, or the world is going to do it for you. And the world needs strong families now more than ever. And it starts right here with your family. Hello, everyone. Chris here. I am going to be doing a solo episode today. Melissa is out of town at our daughter's track meet. I'm actually getting ready to head to one of our son's baseball games. And so we're dividing and conquering a little bit today, but I'm really excited to be here with you. And I'm excited to talk about this idea of what I'm referring to as do better and get better. And it's such a simple idea, but it's been so profound for me for the last couple of months. And I've been talking about it with everyone. I've shared it with my team multiple times. I've shared it with all of our clients. I've shared it with my family. On Monday, I had the opportunity to go speak to my sister and her community, and I shared it with them. And for those of you who don't know, my sister is doing some amazing work with men and women who are on their path to recovery from drugs and alcohol. And so there isn't a situation where this idea of do better and get better doesn't apply. And it was inspired by something I saw actually on Facebook, and I'm going to share this story with you. I saw this picture on Facebook of a bill from a restaurant. So someone had, ordered dinner, paid for their food, got the receipt, signed it, put in the tip, and then their waiter came and picked up the receipt. And here's what it said. It said, "I've been a server for a few years now, and I've seen it all. Good tippers, bad tippers, and the one who stack their plates like they're helping, and the ones who leave their tables looking like a tornado hit. But this was new. It was a slow Tuesday night, and I had a table of 2. A couple who seemed pleasant enough. I gave them my usual service, took their order with a smile, checked in once or twice, refilled their drinks, and brought back the check. When I came back to clear the table, I noticed they hadn't left a tip. Instead, scrawled on the receipt in big, bold letters were 2 words, do better." So you can't see the actual receipt, but instead of any dollar amount, the tip they left was do better. So the waiter says, "I stared at it dumbfounded. At first I was pissed. Do better? I wasn't rude. I got their food out in time, and they ate every bite without a single complaint. What more did they want?" I vented to my coworkers in the back. "Can you believe this? No tip, just do better? Who does that?" Some agreed it was rude, others shrugged it off, but as the night went on, the word stuck with me, do better. Maybe it was just meant to be an insult, but what if it wasn't? What if it was a challenge? I decided right then I was going to take the advice. The next shift, I paid attention like never before. I greeted guests with extra enthusiasm. I learned the names of my regulars. I anticipated needs before they asked, kept drinks topped off, and made sure every dish was exactly how they wanted it. I even studied the menu more so I could make the best recommendations. Days turned into weeks and something surprising happened. I started getting more tips. Bigger ones. Customers remembered me, requested my section, and left glowing reviews. Even my manager took notice and gave me better shifts. One night, another couple came in, ordered dinner, and chatted with me throughout their meal. When they left, I grabbed the receipt, half expecting the usual 15 to 20%, but this time, there was a note that read, "Best service we've had in a long time. Keep doing what you're doing," and right below it, a 50% tip. I smiled, tucking the receipt into my apron. Whoever had written do better that night, I'll never know if they meant it as a dig or a push. But either way, I took it, ran with it, and I did better, and it paid off. And when I first read that story, I was really inspired by it. And I shared it immediately with my team, with my family. And then I just started thinking like, man, I've got to do better. Like I have to do better. I have to get better. But not because I necessarily even have to, not because there's something wrong with me, or not because I'm so terrible, or I'm not enough and I don't matter. It's simply because if I do better, everything improves. Like when I get better, everything gets better. And that's sadly, something that took me way too long to realize, I wasted so much energy and time by trying to improve or fix other people. And in doing so, oftentimes made their lives miserable. Like for years in our marriage, I was trying to like fix Melissa or get her to do better, get my kids to do better, get my clients to do better, get my team, my employees to do better. And instead, what if you took all that energy and just directed it towards yourself of like, what if I just get better? How can I do better? And that doesn't mean we can't inspire other people. That doesn't mean we can't, challenge other people and help them. But instead of having this energy of, I have to help them get better, they've got to do better. It's like, I'm going to take all that energy and just focus on how do I get better? What can I do better? Because again, think of one thing in your life that hasn't gotten better as you've gotten better. Think of one thing in your life that hasn't improved as you've improved. And I will say there will be some people though, that when you decide to get better, when you decide to do better and grow, there will be some people who don't like that because they're not willing to, and they're intimidated by that. I'm not talking about and that's actually good to know because those are people that you don't need in your life. But I've just realized that, I just can't get this thought out of my head that when I get better, everything gets better. When I get better, everyone gets better. Like when I do better, everything improves. And it's just like that example of the waiter. It's like, man, he could have really taken that as an insult. Like he said, he could have just gotten mad about it and gotten offended, but he took it as a challenge. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get better. And he did get better. That's the other thing that I think is amazing is we can all get better. We can all do better. To me, that doesn't discourage me. It doesn't make me feel like, well, I'm not doing good right now or I'm not doing enough. It's just like, no, it's a mountain with no top. And I do think there have been times in my life where I've been like, oh, I have to get better because I'm so terrible, or I need to get better because I'm not enough, or I don't matter. It's like, no, none of that. It's like, you matter, you're enough, you're important, you belong, you make a difference, and you can get better, and you can do better. And the reason you want to get better, the reason you want to do better is because you'll have a better life. And so I think more than anything, it's just in what I wanted to share today is just that encouragement of, get better, strive to do better, and just watch how everything around you improves. Watch how your life improves. And this applies, by the way, to every domain of our lives. And I challenged each of my team members with this. I just said at the end of that first call, when I shared this with our team on our all team leaders call, I just said, I want you to identify one thing in your life that you want to do better. One area of your life you want to get better. And then I challenged the same thing to all of our clients on one of our Tuesday community calls. And people came back and shared, I decided that I was going to do better with my health. I was going to get better with my finances. I was going to communicating. It doesn't have any yet to this. There's not an area of your life that you can't focus on. So that would be my actual challenge and request of you is to actually think like, okay, what's an area of my life that I know I can get better and I want to? What's one thing in my life that I want to do better? And then, just like the example of the waiter, to have the humility and maybe the coachability and the hunger to do it. Like the waiter said, he's like, I started showing up earlier. I studied the menu more, put in the work. And I think that's the most rewarding thing about it. And that's the thing that I think I want for all of you so much is I want you to strive to get better and to do better because you'll reap the rewards of it. You'll see the benefit and you'll kind of be like, this is amazing. Why don't I just keep applying this to other areas of my life? So don't get better because you need to. Don't get better because you have to. Don't do better because you're doing so terrible right now. Just get better and do better because you're worth it. Get better and do better because you are enough. And you just want to keep, seeing what's possible.
Thanks for hanging out with us today on the Family Brand Podcast. But wait, before you go, I want to give you something. It's something I stole out of our Family Brand Academy because I thought it would make a big difference for you, and I want you to have it for free, no strings attached. It's how we run our family meetings, and not just our family meetings that we have every week, but also our family check-ins, which is the system we've developed for how to connect with our kids and each other, Chris and I, every single week. And we've had some great outcomes with this. Not only have we, but a lot of families that have implemented this have as well. Actually, life-changing outcomes, if I'm being honest. You'll definitely want to get this. Go get your copy at familyround.com/meeting, and we will catch you next time.